Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain how to find out the integrating factor to solve exact differential equation. So basically you are given any differential equation of the form mdx plus ndy is equal to 0. Here m and n, these are the functions of x and y, and this equation is not exact. Not exact means the partial derivative of m with respect to y is not same as that the partial derivative of n with respect to x. We have to find some integrating factor and we have to convert equation 1 into exact differential equation. Once the equation becomes exact, we know that the solution will be the integration of m with respect to x by treating y to be constant plus integration of n with respect to y taking those terms which contains no x is equal to c. So this is the solution of exact differential equation. So to find out the solution of exact differential equation, we first require to convert this differential equation into exact by finding some integrating factor. Now how to find out the integrating factor? Now just see, let mu be any integrating factor of the equation mdx plus ndy is equal to 0. Now if this equation is not exact, means partial derivative of m with respect to y is not equal to partial derivative of n with respect to x, we have to multiply this with some integrating factor and we have to convert this equation into exact. So basically we need to find out the value of this mu such that now this equation is exact. So if this equation is exact, it means the partial derivative of this new m, call this as m dash, and new n, they satisfy such type of equation, right? So we consider mu to be as any integrating factor of this equation such that now this equation is exact, means the partial derivative of this new m dash with respect to y is same as that the partial derivative of new n, which is n dash, with respect to x. So that means the partial derivative of mu times m is same as that the partial derivative of mu times n with respect to x. Now open this, what we get, the partial derivative of mu with respect to y, m as it is, plus mu as it is partial derivative of m with respect to y. Similarly open this side, the partial derivative of mu with respect to x, n as it is, plus mu as it is into the partial derivative of n with respect to x. Now we will combine mu terms and these terms. So what we have, we take mu to be common from here and here. So when you take mu to be common, in the bracket you get curly m upon curly y minus curly n upon curly x is equal to, you can take this term to this side, is equal to curly mu upon curly x times n minus curly mu upon curly y times m. So we get this equation. Now we have some different cases. Now the case 1, once again see what will be, we get mu times curly m upon curly y minus curly n upon curly x is equal to partial derivative of mu with respect to x into n minus partial derivative of mu with respect to y into m. So case 1, if mu is a function of x alone, if it is a function of x alone, then clearly the partial derivative of mu with respect to y will be 0. Now if it is 0, then you can substitute over here, you get this term is 0. So what will be this equation now? mu times curly m upon curly y minus curly n upon curly x is equal to curly mu upon curly x into n, because this term is 0 now. Now you can separate the variables. Curly m upon curly y minus curly n upon curly x, you can take this n to this side, is equal to curly mu upon mu, and here you can take curly x. Now since in the right hand side your mu is a function of x alone, so it means your left hand side is also a function of x alone. Now if it is a function of x alone, then we can integrate this side with respect to x, and we can integrate this side with respect to mu. So after integrating we can get the value of mu. So after integration what we have, ln mu is the integration of curly m upon curly y minus curly n upon curly x divided by n, which implies your mu is e to the power integral of fx dx, where your fx is curly m upon curly y minus curly n upon curly x divided by n, right? So whenever this is a function of x alone, only then we can integrate this side with respect to x, and we can find out the value of mu, which is e to the power integral of fx dx, where fx is curly m upon curly y minus curly n upon curly x divided by n. So the case 1 is what? The integrating factor will be e to the power integral of fx dx, where fx is this thing, provided this is a function of x alone. Similarly, if mu is a function of y alone, then curly mu upon curly x will be 0, so this term will be 0. So what will be the value of mu? So case 2, when mu is a function of y alone. If it's a function of y alone, then curly mu upon curly x will be 0. So which implies that mu times curly m upon curly y minus curly n upon curly x is equal to minus time curly mu upon curly y into m. We get this thing. This term will be 0. We get curly mu upon curly y into m. Right? Now we can separate the variables, provided curly m upon curly y minus curly n upon curly x divided by m, it is a function of y alone. Only then we can integrate this side with respect to y, and we can club du mu by mu with minus sign. Right? So from here we get mu to be as e to the power integral of minus of gy dy, where gy is curly m upon curly y minus curly n upon curly x divided by m. So this is the gy. Right? So there are two possibilities. One, mu is a function of x alone. So for that we will divide by n, and if it is a function of x alone, we can consider the integrating factor to be this one. And the second case, it's a function of y alone, means this is a function of y alone, curly m upon curly y minus curly n upon curly x divided by m. If it is a function of y alone, we can substitute over here and we can find out the mu, which is integrating factor. Once we get the integrating factor, we can multiply by the equation and we convert the equation into exact differential equation. And once the equation becomes exact, we get the solution. Now just see with the help of an example. For example, solve the differential equation y dx minus x dy plus e to the power 1 by x dx is equal to 0. First of all, combine these two terms. We get y plus e to the power 1 by x time dx minus x dy is equal to 0. So when we compare with m dx plus n dy is equal to 0, we get the value of m is y plus e to the power 1 by x and n to be minus of x. Now find partial derivative of m with respect to y. This is 1. Partial derivative of n with respect to x, it is minus 1. Whenever we are finding the derivatives, partial derivatives, we consider the another variables to be constant. So when you find out the partial derivative of this with respect to y, we have to consider x to be constant. So the derivative of this will be 0, right? Are they same? No, they are not same. So this implies equation is not exact. So we need to find out the integrating factor. So we take the difference of these two. We get 1 plus 1, which is 2. Now we have to see whether we have to divide it by m or by n so that it's a function of x alone or y alone. So now just see, if you divide by m, neither it is a function of x alone or y. So we cannot consider m here. So we divide this by n because in that case it's a function of x alone. So now it's a function of x alone. This is your fx. So the integrating factor mu will be e to the power integral of fx dx. Substitute the value of fx over here. So after simplifying, we get this is 1 over x square. So this is an integrating factor of this equation, right? So this is the integrating factor. Now multiply by 1 over x square to the given equation and convert it into exact. So when we multiply by 1 over x square to both sides, y plus e to the power 1 over x times dx minus x upon x square times dy is equal to 0. Now you can verify that your equation becomes exact. What will be, now this is your new m, call this as m dash. This is your new n, call this as n dash. Now you can verify that the partial derivative of m dash with respect to y will be 1 upon x square and the partial derivative of n dash with respect to x will be plus 1 upon x square. Now your equation is exact. Now once the equation is exact, the solution is integration of this new m dash with respect to x by treating y to be constant plus integration of new n dash with respect to y taking those terms which contains no x is equal to c. So this is the solution. So now put the value of m dash over here. This is this one. So the integration of y upon x square plus 1 upon x square into e to the power 1 by x by treating y to be constant plus integration of n taking those terms which contain no x. So there is no term, so we consider n to be 0 is equal to c. Now we can simplify this. The integration of 1 over x square will be minus times 1 upon x plus the integration of e to the power 1 by x and 1 upon x. We can put 1 by x to be t. We get this is a derivative. So the integration will be e to the power t, that will be e to the power 1 by x. So this is e to the power 1 by x is equal to c. So this is an integration with minus sign, and because when we take the derivative of this, we get negative over here. So after more simplifying, we get y plus e to the power 1 by x into x is equal to nu c dash. So this is the solution of this first order differential equation, which is not exact, but we find out the integrating factor and we convert it into exact differential equation. And now just see one more example. Let's suppose we have to solve the differential equation 3x square y cube e to the power y plus y cube plus y square times dx plus x cube y cube e to the power y minus xy dy is equal to 0. Here this is your m, this is your n. First of all, check whether the equation is exact or not. So for this we find out curly m upon curly y. So what is the value of curly m upon curly y? We have to treat x to be constant. So these are two y terms, 3x square into 3y square into e to the power y as it is, 3x square y cube e to the power y derivative plus 3y square plus 2y. This is a partial derivative of m with respect to y. Now find the partial derivative of n with respect to x. So that comes out to be 3x square y cube e to the power y minus y. Now take the difference of these two. Clearly they are not same, so not exact. So we need to find out the integrating factors. We take the difference of these two. We get this term 3x square y cube e to the power y. This is cancel out with this one. So we left with 9x square y square e to the power y plus 3y square plus 3y. So we can take 3y to be common. We get 3x square y e to the power y plus y plus 1. So this is curly m upon curly y minus curly n upon curly x. Now we need to check whether we have to divide with m or n. So now in this case we will divide with m. In that case it will become a function of y alone. We can take y square to be common. So we get 3x square y e to the power y plus y plus 1. These two terms are cancelled out. This y is cancelled out, so we left with 3 by y. So which is a function of y alone. Call this as gy. So we can now find out the integrating factor, that will be e to the power integral of minus of gy dy. So that comes out to be 1 over y cube. So this is the integrating factor. So now we multiply this integrating factor with the given equation and we convert this equation into exact differential equation. This time dx plus x cube e to the power y cube minus xy to divide by y cube times dy. Now you can verify that this equation is exact. So we get the solution. It is of the form, this y cube is cancelled out, this y cube is cancelled out, this is cancelled out. So we can integrate m with respect to x, new m, call this as new m dash, call this as new n dash, by treating y to be constant, plus integration of n dash with respect to y, taking those terms which contain no x. So there is no term, so we consider this to be 0, is equal to c. So now integrate m dash with respect to x by treating y to be constant. We get x cube e to the power y plus x plus 1 over y times x is equal to c. So this is the solution of this differential equation, which is not exact, but we find out the integrating factor and we convert it into exact.